Hey guys, welcome to Echo the podcast. This is the first episode. I am here today with three very renowned dancers that I love and are my friends. Over here we have Brandon, Snow, and Nigel. Alright, introduce yourself. Let's go.
Okay, so hi, I'm Brandon. I'm 24 this year and I used to swim and then I moved to cheerleading and then now I'm dancing. More so focused on commercial stuff and K-pop. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Snow. I'm half Jordanian, half Lebanese, and I moved here in 2017. And that's when I started dancing. And now I'm a K-pop instructor and I dance with DOLLA.
Period. Hi guys, my name is Nigel. I am 24 this year in 2025 and I teach street dance. I teach choreography and yeah, I'll also dance with DOLLA.
So everyone here dances with DOLLA.
I do too. I didn't mention it, but I do too.
Thank you guys for being here on this first episode of Echo. If you guys didn't know, I just started Echo recently as well. So this is a fun little thing we're doing with friends, and hopefully we get some good feedback about it later on. Yeah. Fun fact of how we sort of like, I feel like these three were one of the first people that I started doing like commercially like active with, because like the first thing I asked you guys to do together was that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was such a big thing for us because like me and Trident we produced and we directed the video as well. So then getting the own choreographed dancers of like friends to dance together was really fun. So tied into that of being DOLLA dancers, wow, such a big thing for you guys. Yeah. This is a fan question. How's it like working with one of the biggest girl groups in Malaysia, aka DOLLA?
I think we all collectively agree that working with DOLLA is crazy. Like it's constantly like non-stop shows every month and like big opportunities. Obviously it's like wow, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't think a lot of people won't be able to experience this, especially in Malaysia. So it's like the fact that we're getting to do it is like really like grateful, eye-opening, all that jazz, you know? All that jazz, yeah.
Yeah, like what he said, it's like, obviously it's really crazy that we're doing this. But at the same time, what's great about it, at least for me, and I'm pretty sure they agree, that it doesn't feel like work sometimes. Obviously, sometimes
Yes.
it's stressful when we have to like rush and do everything very fast, but at the same time it feels like we're all collectively friends and having fun, and we're just typing each other up all the time and like just having fun. So that's what makes it feels very special, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. I think DOLLA, the DOLLA family, like the girls themselves and then Ezra and then the dancers, I think it's like one big family. And I think that everyone has this chemistry that because of concert, because of the shows that we do together, there is this very strong chemistry. So whenever we work together, I don't think it really does feel like work, like what Snow says. Yeah, it really feels like we're all having fun and we're just doing something that we all love and is passionate about. Yeah.
Oh, such passion.
And thankfully no drama yet.
Yeah.
No drama.
Hopefully
No drama, no yet.
Healthy. It's good friendship. You know that's important.
Leave it as
Yes.
3
Leave it
years
as that.
and everything's great, amazing.
Okay, all love, no hate. But like, I want to ask you guys, because like, I mean, we're all friends with the girls, with DOLLA. We're all friends with Sab, Angel, and Tabby. So it's like, how is it like befriending? Like, from your personal experience, how's it like being friends with the girls? You know? Because like, let's say if I speak first, right? I've been with them since they started day one until
Yeah.
now, so like, I don't feel like they're celebrities most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's like, oh my god, they are fans. And then other times it's just like, oh yeah, they're famous. But then on a very personal note, it's always just really like casual, hanging out, playing games together and stuff like that. Especially like, you know, that time in Thailand. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, it's not you. But
It's a very spirit.
but
In
like,
spirit, in
how do
spirit.
you feel befriending DOLLA? You know, befriending the girls?
Love. All peace and love, actually. No, like, I mean, I feel like the first person from DOLLA that I got close to was definitely Angel. yeah, I feel like it was just very much like the vibes, you know, like it was very easy to get along with her, especially because she's also cracked, you know, we're also cracked. Yeah, then like it just slowly branched out and everybody just got really comfortable with each other. So it's great. Like being friends with them is fun. Yeah, they're despite their busy schedule, they still make time for us to play games and like, you know,
Yeah.
hang out sometimes.
Yeah. So like there will be times where like a number of us will play ML together.
Yes.
And then like these two, they play Valo.
ML for life.
Battle for life.
I'm an ML boy.
You're an ML boy.
Yo,
Unfortunately,
Pops.
you should join us and play like Valo.
Valo, yeah.
Like PC games. once
Steal
in
your
a while.
brother's PC and go for it.
Fine.
Echo 7 Slay.
What? Echo 7?
Gaming.
It's crazy.
Oh
New
my
content
God.
idea. New content idea.
Wait, Echo 7 play gaming video?
Yes.
That would be crazy.
We need to even it out, you know. There needs to be some like actual gamers there, and then some people like
Like Nigel.
R.I.P. Oh, it'll be so bad. I'll be screaming.
That's why.
It's okay.
Content.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
or maybe,
I'll be getting
or
destroyed.
maybe we can have some sort of thing, because it's all like the Seraphim did this recently with Overwatch or something.
Yes.
Yes.
Where they had like a guide and then a person playing, right?
A coach, yeah,
So
yeah.
like the ones who know how to play.
Oh yeah, that would be
Okay.
cool.
I would lose my shit.
Yeah, you
I,
do expect
I
me.
would get angry at someone.
Same.
No, I think the person is gonna get angry at me because I'm not a good teacher. So Valo.
Oh my god, what are we talking about? All right.
Befriending the girls. Yeah.
Befriending girls, yeah, so we're a game together. That's fun, honestly. I feel like, I think you guys, so, you know, like how sometimes when you go to events and then like they have so many fans and we're just there like, because
What
like
to do?
in studio we're just so chill.
Yeah.
But then we go to events and then,
It like makes me go back to reality, like, oh, this is actually how everybody else views them. But because we are so close, we can't see it that way.
Right.
But then, like for example, we went to Johor.
Johor.
And I was shook at people actually was running behind the van.
Chasing
People,
the van.
Yes.
Even the police didn't want to help. The police
were
wanted
fans.
pictures.
Police had it with them.
Which was like, oh my god, like that's how big they are. That's the reality of it, but we can't grasp it. I'm not
Yeah.
grasp it, but just like we are a bit disconnected from it, I feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
because like it's two different realities of the public and the private, right? No, because like you guys go back to Johor and then me and Nigel, we were at an ML performance where it was at IWEX City Mall, I think, and we were supposed to exit.
Yeah.
And the security had to form like a walkway for us
Oh.
to get in the lift because the lift was outside.
Yeah.
So when we were there, Nigel was eating and then the fans were going like,
Yeah.
he gave them
I fed them, okay? I think about you guys. Okay, I do. I see the commitment. So I gave you guys a chicken wing, okay? Because I was like walking out and then someone was like, oh my god, Nigel. And I was like, you want chicken? Then he took a chicken. So I mean, I care about you guys. Yeah.
You're a very cute
Yeah.
person.
I don't know what's the point of that actually.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it's like for us, I feel, as dancers. But yeah,
I do have to say, like, one more thing is that the girls are very, very humble. Like, from back then till now, like, even though they're getting bigger each time, but I think working with us, they're always so humble and they're always so nice to work with. Like, they have such a nice personality, and in studio, out studio, they're always very, very nice, very caring to the dancers. Like, if we're tired, if we're sick or anything, they'll always be there to ask, like, are you guys doing okay? Yeah. So they're very, very caring.
Yeah, I've never once seen them complain at all,
Yeah.
actually.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like even not just DOLLA, but also the management side, also like Nadia, Yana,
Love.
Singing, they all take care of us so
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
and it kind of sucks because like it's such a rare thing
Right.
in our industry, unfortunately, but for an artist and their team to take care of the dancers and care about us as one unit as well is really nice. Because since last time until now, I've always had that concern of like early days of like how would DOLLA like be with dancers? Would they treat them like? I feel like there was a good communication between us. Was like we do this together.
Yeah.
You know, so like treat everyone as one, and DOLLA has always stayed with that mindset as well, which is lovely. Like to the point like now even I feel like there are certain projects where DOLLA's like we must have the dancers with us because they feel like it's one whole unit that has to be
Yeah.
a
Family.
Yeah, one whole family on stage. That's always the fun thing, you know. So like leading into that, so you guys have been Dollar for a while, but personally, I want to go one by one here. Like, what do you feel is your growth as a Dollar dancer, starting until now? Because you guys have done so much in like the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
4 years.
going down, how do you guys feel?
I think my growth as a dollar dancer is not just as a dollar dancer. I think it's as a dancer in general. Considering that I started back in 2020, I started dancing, but then like due to the pandemic, I guess technically I started in 2021. So my experiences hasn't always been like that much. But I think since starting dancing with Dollar, since I started dancing my career, whatever, like it really helped me grow that. I feel like being more comfortable, being on stage, definitely the experience that came with that, like working in this industry was very like eye-opening, like having to see like that's how things go backstage. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of things that people can't see, right? And I think it just helped me grow a lot, especially learning your choreos. Like, I feel like I vibe so much with your choreos. Not even like trying to gas you up right now, but like I really vibe with your choreos. So it's like it helped me grow and understand myself more since I don't have like a street dance background, especially. Yeah, I'm just a copy dancer.
Confidence is crazy.
No, you have to cut. That one you have to cut.
Yeah, you gotta cut that out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to cut. Oh my god, Jay.
yeah. I mean, I started off as some in K-pop lah. Exactly. Yeah, that's why. So I feel like my growth as a dancer grew a lot, especially with being with Dollar. Yeah.
So how about you? As a Dollar dancer.
Okay, because before starting with Dollar, it's not like I did not have experience being on stage. I did, but I also feel like it improved. I feel like I became way more professional on handling whatever happens on the spot. On the spot, like I have to figure it out, and I'm a slow person, but I'm just like, it made me think on my feet immediately and make sure everything has to go well as much as I can. You know what I mean? Yeah, and honestly, all the other things is like just personal improvement as a dancer, and obviously it helped with my branding as well. Like, because I will have students that will come to my class based on them seeing me being a Dollar dancer. You know what I mean? So obviously that helped a lot, but personal is just the experience and the professionalism required to be with Dollar. Yeah.
And last but not least.
Hey. Okay, so what I think, oh my god, that's crazy. Actually, so many things I learned. I learned a lot. Besides the dance part, I think dance-wise, I definitely learned a lot, like learning Ezra's choreos, and then improving in dance. But I think one of the biggest things I've learned is like how you work with the girls. Like, for example, like in a music video or at a concert or at a show, there are so many things that you have to adapt to. Yeah, it's like concert mood and then stage mood and then MV is all different. Like, I just think of different things to do. Like, you have so many, like, you don't have, like, for example, if it's an MV, then you won't have to think of the stage, right? If it's a stage, then if there's a concert, then you have to think of the stage. So all these little things, I think I have really learned from you, like how to apply whatever you learn and then apply it into whatever event that you have. Yeah. So I think that was my biggest lesson. Yeah.
Good answer.
Practical learning.
Practical learning.
I didn't expect to be gassed up like this. But
What can I say? Take it.
here's a fan question. Your favorite season in Dollar history as dancers?
So many.
So many, honestly.
Okay, if you were ranked like maybe like your top 3 in no particular order.
Okay, in no particular order, top 3. I think mine would have to be 2022 Borneo Sonic.
The one I was not
Classic MV filming.
Wait, Snar was there in spirit.
Yeah, both there in spirit. And I think also concert. Yeah, concert, yeah.
in. He just hates me. It's
Backstory,
back, so you want to tell?
Borneo and
Classic
Classic
MV.
doesn't have snow. But I just want to say disclaimer, he's there in spirit. So
In
I love
spirit.
you,
In
Snar.
heart, I love you more. Okay.
It's not a hate crime.
Fine.
It's just
okay.
facts.
Okay. Oh,
FOMO.
Text is crazy. FOMO.
No, for me, I would obviously 100% say concert comes first. And then I have a very special soft spot in my heart for the entire bad era, because I feel like we were learning. We actually worked so hard
So
for
hard.
that one.
Yeah.
And even after the MV, we also had to promote the songs, and that was our first time performing with Dollar for like few times, like consistently. Yeah, and then yeah, I think those two like have a very spot in my heart. Yeah, those I would consider my favorites. Yeah.
Nigel.
Definitely, definitely number one is Dollar concert. Okay, because I think the concert really bonded everyone together. Like the dancers, the girls, and then Ezra. I think everyone bonded so tight together. Even Amos, Trident Creatives, we all bonded so much together. And because of that, I think it really has like a big
Special place in your heart.
a big special place in my heart. Yes, a big special place in my heart. Yeah. Besides that, will be 2022 and 2023 also not bad, but 2022 was
No, that was
Yeah.
different.
yeah.
Okay, man.
So we did Borneo Sonic 2 years,
Yeah.
right? 2022 and 2023.
Yeah.
But 2022 was very crazy. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say 2022, but they don't like it, so it's fine. 2023 lah.
Borneo
You guys
Sonic
saying years wrong.
2023.
Yeah, I like 2024 because I got to be there with you guys.
Real.
Sorry, technical difficulties. We're not that great with technology. But we were talking about our favorite seasons in Dollar, and I think everyone gave their answers, except for me. Mine would be concert for sure. It was the only time I ever cried in front of the public. So that was something. And I think that as well for me. So like Snow said, we worked really hard on it, right? And also I like not only choreographed, but I also like took part in directing it and the whole vision. So that was really something for me, I feel. But yeah, other than that, nothing, not to say nothing much, but I feel like everything, because like it's all, how do you say it, like melded together. Like we didn't really have a break.
Correct.
Except for certain points. Maybe you had like a month, 2 months break. But
Yeah.
other than that, we don't take
Yeah,
a break,
non-stop.
really.
It's non-stop.
We keep working for you guys, idollers.
Love.
Love idollers. So like next fan question as well. Any projects with Dollar for now?
Because you
How
gotta
much
stay
can we
tuned.
say?
Not sure.
How much can we say? I guess we can say we're prepping something right now. I think if you watch Dollars recent interviews, they said we're prepping stuff for 2025. So obviously we've started work on that as well. Can't really say much now, but look forward to it. It's gonna be the next big thing. Honestly, like I can say like I'm very excited for this one because our last one was like album and everything to do with album. So like this is the first single for a while, so let's see. One more fan question here. Do you miss Shasha? Do we miss Shasha?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Like Dolla started off as four, so like when we worked with them, she was always part of the journey, you know. Yeah, she's always been very friendly with us also, and I mean, we're all happy that she's having her own life now, you know, like
Yeah.
her happily ever after, you know.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
of course, like I feel like all of us kind of took a hit when the decision was made, but we completely understand. You know, people have their own decisions in life they want to make, and completely support her. It was, not gonna lie, a bit hard for our side at the start because having to rework everything and all, but you know, like we made it work, and I feel like Dolla said, there will always be the spirit of Shasha with us for whatever we do, even though she's not actively performing with us anymore. So yeah. All right. So I think that's all our questions for you guys as Dolla dancers. But here's a really special one, okay? This is a special fan question for Snow specifically. Okay? I'm not paraphrasing here exactly what the comment reads. It says, Ezra, please invite Snow.
Come here.
I really want to know about Snow. How can he be a good dancer and how did he start his career as a dancer? Snow deserves to be invited because he is so humble, guys, and I love to know more about him. XOXO, we love Snow. That's so
We love Snow.
Oh, that's so
That's your fan base at this point.
Snow.
He's Snow and the Snowies.
Yes, you guys
and
are
the
the
We are the
Snowies.
Snowies.
Snowies. So the question here, just to repeat, is like maybe talk about how you became like a dancer of you are now and how you started it.
Okay, so like I said previously, I came to Malaysia in 2017, and before that, back home, there's no dance, there's no nothing. It's either you play football or you don't, and obviously I did not. So when I came here, I was very interested in dancing since young, but I just never took the initiative to do it by myself until I came here and I saw the dance club at our old unit.
Yep.
She shall who not be named. But then, that's where I met you and I started going to your class, and that's how I started. But only until 2019, I would say, when I started taking it seriously and I started branching out, going to different classes here and there, and somehow K-pop came into the mix and I was like, this sounds interesting. I want to perform as a K-pop idol, I guess. And that's how I just started. I joined the crew, and then from there, I just kept going. It has not stopped ever since. So yeah.
If you guys, I think you guys, I'm not sure if I told you guys about this. When I first met Snow, he hated K-pop. He would slander K-pop all the time.
Times have changed.
Times have changed.
And the reason I started liking it is because we went to support you and the girls it was one of the competitions, and then I heard Everglow and I was like, ooh, that
is
sounds
that?
quite interesting.
I will
Yeah.
never forget. We were at Mama, like me, Snow, and another friend, and Snow started saying like, "Oh, you know what? Have you guys heard Everglow?" And he started talking about K-pop. You know, K-pop's pretty good. Everglow's pretty good. And then me and the other friend were just like,
It started. It
Start of Snow, it has
and has
K-pop
not
era.
stopped yet. It has not stopped
Snow
yet.
Lisa.
Snow Lisa era.
Snow Lisa was crazy. You should talk about Snow Lisa. Right?
So Lisa has a special place in my heart, and I want to bring her back. But
She's coming.
wait
she's
for the
coming.
right time.
She's
Wait for the
coming.
right time. Yes.
Snow Lisa. Oh, that was such an iconic. We were all there.
We were all
Oh,
there.
yes.
We were
I
all
was Snow
there.
Lisa's backup dancer, okay?
Yeah, me too. That's why we're number one Snowies.
Yeah.
My Snowies.
At snowynigel.com.
Nigel.
Why was Nigel in the mix?
I just added myself in.
Since we're talking about K-pop anyway, so fun fact, like I feel like I didn't compete in K-pop, but the three here actually compete in K-pop before. Like besides being active in commercial, like before this as well. All three of you have done K-pop, competed in K-pop at either now or some point in your life, you know, sort of thing. So like, I want to ask, how is it like being a dancer in the K-pop scene? Let's go from Nigel.
Well, okay, I feel like I have out of these two, I have the least experience in K-pop because for me it was back then, a studio was having an audition and I was thinking how to improve my dancing. Okay, so besides taking, at that time I was taking classes, like regular classes, but I wanted to try something new. So that's when I found out that, oh, this studio was having a boys K-pop opening. And I was like, okay, I'm coming in. Yeah, I'm coming in. Went in for like, I think 1 or 2 years. And then I left. Yeah. Because I knew that it was, because I knew that it wasn't for me. Yeah, but I do have to say it's very nice. You get to meet a lot of people. You have to have a lot of experience. But I think personally, I liked, I feel K-pop is a lot of, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I don't say anything like, I will go hallelujah. Okay. But K-pop is a lot of following the character, right? Yeah. And I think that was something I struggled with because I had a coach at that time and he would call me out every practice. He'd be like, why is your butt sticking out? Or like, why is your butt sticking in? Like that. And then that's because I think music for me, I have my own way of expressing it. Yeah. So it's a little bit hard for me to have to express it like how the K-pop idols express it. But I do respect that they can do it exactly, but it wasn't for me. Yeah. So then I left. Yeah. But I do have to say, it was a very good 1 to 2 years. Yeah. Because I met a lot of new people, and then I also learned a lot of stage skills like having good presence, good expression, all that was also from K-pop. Yeah.
I just want to like for anyone who doesn't know how the K-pop scene is, K-pop isn't specifically, when we say K-pop, not like K-pop idols in the Korean side, you know, like K-pop in Malaysia or like Southeast Asia, I think mostly, it's like a competitive as well as a cover scene. A lot of people here like to make covers or like, I wouldn't say, would copy be the right word, but like reference
Yeah.
the actual
Yeah.
choreographies. And
Yeah.
K-pop is such a big thing in Malaysia because there's
Yeah.
always competitions. There's like 1 to 2 every month. And it's become such a big mini culture, so to speak, in KL, in Malaysia, that a lot of dance has started from there. I feel a lot of dances started from there, this K-pop scene. But I personally know some stuff about it, so I don't know much. But like, yeah, so that's just to tie in with Nigel speaking about his experience in K-pop scene, about copying and about things like that. That's why. But moving on the line to someone who's very professional in the K-pop
Very,
scene.
very professional. He's back in the K-pop industry, I would say for myself.
It's me
You want
again.
to join K-pop, you talk to him.
So, okay, honestly, the K-pop dance cover genre competitions, it's actually very, very, very hard. Not gonna lie, because you obviously need to have the skill to be able to dance and copy the actual choreography, right? Then you also need to have a certain kind of understanding of the choreography itself. And then not only that, you also need to be very synchronized with your teammates. So even how your finger moves need to be the same. So it's a bit very very, very hard. Then, and fourth and most, the hardest thing is we have to copy the character. Let's say Jenny,
Yay.
Lisa, Rose,
I
So
love Jenny.
we have to be exactly the same. If Lisa winked, I have to wink. If she did a certain move a certain way, I have to do it. And if I go off, if I raise my eyebrow and she did not, that's minus mark
Such a-
already. So, so for someone like Nigel, I started off specifically with you, right? And I remember you at that point when you were teaching us how to perform and our aura, our stage presence and everything. So from then on, it has been full out all the time. So when I started K-pop, I used to always be called out as well for being off character, and off character means off of the person that I'm covering. So yeah, it's hard to try, especially with the audience hyping you up. It's hard to maintain your composure and just like remember you're not dancing as yourself, you're dancing as someone else. So it's tough. It's tough business.
Damn.
But
Yeah.
I do really enjoy it. Like he said, you meet a lot of new people. You get to experience a side. Like we know I cannot sing, so I know I cannot do anything about that. So that's my way of like, yeah, hey, I'm
For me,
artist. I'm an idol.
Yeah.
Are you sure you
Yes.
can't sing? Give us some vocals.
No, no. Unless you
know
guys
when I let
wanna
out. You know when I let out.
X the video.
7, 8.
The mic falls. The mic stops working.
Guys,
Electric
crazy guys.
It's me. Yeah.
Shakira
So
and
like
Coachella.
basically, yeah, it's hard business, but I do enjoy it and I really do love it. And it gave me of a career of where I am now, like especially with teaching and everything. So I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for it, no matter how hard it is. But I'm grateful for it. Yeah.
How about you?
I think my K-pop journey experience started off with covers. Like I used to do a lot of covers because of the pandemic, so we couldn't compete, so there was no competitions. I used to find joy in seeing myself in videos because it's like an accomplishment in a way. Yeah, but when I entered into the competitive scene, that's where everything took a turn. And believe it or not, my first competition was with Nigel. Yeah, we covered Hot Sauce.
Oh, it was the hot sauce one.
Disaster song. Yes. So we competed, and surprisingly, we managed to place whatever in our first comp as juniors. And then we moved to a second comp in Penang. And that comp is the one that wanted me to quit. Yeah, because I received the comment that like my moves were too fluid and a little bit too like feminine. Yeah, even though the song was I would say the song was fluid, but it's also a little bit more swag mask a bit. Yeah, but it's like I struggle with it because like dance is not about that. You know?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm gonna compete in the K-pop cover scene, I should do it the way that they're judged lah.
Right.
But yeah. So I actually wanted to quit, and I actually texted Nigel for advice. You know, like what should I do? But I would say now that I'm back in the scene, like more active, especially last year, I think I'm enjoying myself a little bit more. Yeah, but like also speaking of the K-pop judging criteria, like just to reiterate how like crazy it is, like character, costume,
Impact sometimes,
synchronization, like the score sheet goes crazy. Yeah. So it's like
It's very like hearing about the score sheet. It's very visual. It's very take and put. It's not so much about like foundation. Like street dance, we have like foundationals and like skills and things like that, right?
We
Correct.
do have one criteria which is technique. We do have for technique, but technique usually is maybe 20% or 25 if I'm not mistaken. Some comps will make it more go to 30, 35, but it's a quarter of that criteria, right? Because at the end of the day, some judges would like to see more of the foundation and everything.
technique,
Some
yeah.
other judges would like to see everything being clean. So not so much technique, more to you guys are synchronized. The visual is very clean. Everything looks nice. Then they prefer that more than the actual technique behind it.
I see.
yeah.
Wow. But like, okay, so like tying that in with what we just talked about, right? K-pop and street dance. You know, I feel like, I just want to start off here saying first, I feel like there's a lot of dancers or like students in the scene who are like, let's say they start with K-pop and they're so scared to go into street dance. But like, my opinion is that K-pop is choreography, K-pop is dance. You are still doing street dance. It's just maybe like you guys have mentioned, the criteria is slightly different, but at the end of the day, you're still dancing, you know? You're still street dancing. But like, what do you guys have opinions on that? Like how people view that, in a bad term, that segregation between like K-pop and street dance in our scene. Like, what do you guys feel?
I'll just maybe not this like the separation and everything. I do obviously feel the separation. It's there. And a lot of people don't, not a lot, but let's say a portion of people do not respect the other side for some reason. But it's fine, it's whatever. But I would say like for the K-pop dancers who started learning by themselves and like joining crews and stuff, not all of us have the certain foundation to just be like, yeah, I'm good enough to continue this. So I feel like you said, a lot of people are scared to cross over, but it's not really crossover. It's you're just improving your own skills by going to a class, right? So I feel like that needs to be more encouraged. Look, and not a lot of other studios like crew studios, I would say like K-pop studios have classes there. It's just the members are not joining for some reason. Like they prefer to just like practice the choreo they have to for competition. But I just feel, please try to improve your own skills so you can have more understanding of what you're dancing to when it comes to the cover you're going for. So like, yeah, don't be scared. It's all vibes. It's all fun. Like,
Real.
Yeah, like it's all dance. It's all foundational, like choreography. It's just maybe to a K-pop song choreography, you know? It's slightly different, right? Yeah, I think that I don't actually understand because I feel like for me, I've done K-pop here and there just for fun, you know, but I sort of started with K-pop as well when I was back in Ipoh, you know, doing covers and things like that. But I feel like I never went through that sort of thing like K-pop and street dance being this, separated until I came here to KL. I was like, oh, what's going on? You know, kind of thing. But like, would you feel there are people in, like, speaking of that, there are people in the K-pop scene or like who are not encouraging this? Or like, is there anything going on in the K-pop scene that is like making people feel this way?
I'm struggling to understand the question.
I'm registering it.
No, I'm registering the question. So
But the question is basically like, do you feel like is there toxicity in the K-pop scene that causes people to lose their confidence to go over into
I think you have something to say.
I think, yeah, sadly to say, unfortunately, there are things that goes on where people would lose confidence that in wanting to try street dance. And I think that's not because people are toxic, but I think it's just like the way things are judged in K-pop is very specific that like even for me, like for example, just now I said when I heard the comment about me being a little bit maybe a bit too femme, like that's what shut my confidence down. And not just to say about joining street dance, but more so just dance in general. Yeah, there was like oh damn, this is like I cannot be who I want to be, you know? Yeah, so I guess people need to just step out of the box and just go for it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel. I don't know if that is the exact reason, but you are already discouraged to have your own flavor when it comes to
Correct.
doing K-pop, right? Then for certain people, I think you've been through this also, where people will tell you you're too street when you're doing K-pop. You're too street, and in my brain, I'm like, what does that even mean? Both of them
Yeah,
are dancing.
dance,
I'm
yeah.
dancing. So I had that for the first year I started K-pop. Everybody was like, you're too street, you're too street. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, I did not even understand it. But I guess maybe to them it meant you have your own flavor. So maybe that's why people are like, maybe not. I like just doing K-pop. But there are different side of people who actually not necessarily, it's not like they like dancing. They like performing. So maybe to them it's like, I don't wanna actually be a dancer. I wanna just be a K-pop dancer, which translates to I wanna perform.
Real.
Yeah. So maybe that's another. But discouragement do happen. Looking down at people does happen. Yeah.
No, but I feel like flavor is like really a big thing.
Yes.
Yeah, because like for me, like where obviously transitioning in, I only dance K-pop and like with you, you know, in whatever we're doing, right? And I feel like whenever we do your choreo and stuff, it's very much so like this part, just do you. This part, just freestyle. You know, obviously at the beginning I struggled with that a lot, especially trying to understand my identity as a dancer, right? Because I wasn't from street background. And then after a while, I feel like now I'm being much more like happy and confident to do my own thing. So it's like it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice feeling. I feel like everybody should experience that.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
good mindset. That's a really good mindset and advice. So do you guys have anything else you'd like to add? Maybe advice for people or like things you want to say about like being a dancer going from like K-pop to like commercial or like street?
I think. So my personal experience is, after that 2 years of K-pop, then I went like all out on street dance. So like I was taking a lot of classes, I was taking a lot of workshops, doing a lot of commercial shows, etc. But I think my biggest advice, if you are looking to kind of move more into the street dance, I think is just do it. Yeah, you just gotta start by daring yourself to take the class. Then from there you can work everything out. Yeah, but you have to make the first move and take the initiative to take the class first before thinking about so many things. Yeah, because I have like a few students coming up to me and asking me like that they feel their movement choices is so, it's lacking because they are so used to the way K-pop is, that when they dance choreography they have a sense of like, I'm not doing it right, or like I'm not doing it like how others are doing it, or I'm struggling with understanding how to enjoy the music or how to add your own flavor. That's a very common thing, but I feel these kind of things take time, and to achieve that you have to start by taking the initiative to take the classes first. Yeah, everything else will kind of flow in together, and then once you expose yourself to classes, to looking at so many different dancers, the different movement choices, naturally you will catch that, and then you'll be able to explore and then understand your movement much better. Yeah.
Since you're speaking on that topic, I want to branch out a little bit into sort of like performing and being instructors, because like Nigel and Snow, you guys are instructors as well. So like you were speaking about students, right? And like we were a bit more specific on the K-pop side of people who go for classes. But what do you feel about like the mindset of like students right now in KL, let's say, in KL, people take your classes. Do you have anything to say? What's good? What do you think could be improved
Yeah.
about the general population of students?
Population of students.
Yeah, like what do you have to say for that?
I think the students in KL are all very good and talented. Okay, first I have to say that before you attack me. Okay, yeah, the students are all very talented and very good. But then there are of course different groups of people. That as in some come to the classes to achieve certain things. Some come to achieve different things. Yeah, and I would say that it's good. I think I can see a rise in like the students, and I think the fire and the passion is there. But I think certain times some students expect themselves to immediately improve after like 1 or 2 classes. Yeah, and I think it's not that easy. I think definitely it takes time and effort and money also to invest in yourself to take the classes. But I think because of the mindset, then a lot of the students won't be able to really grow. Yeah. That they will just think that, oh, I'll take one class, or they pick the class that they want to pick. They won't be able to really, really like get the full experience.
No consistency.
Yeah, no
lah.
consistency.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. Cause for my students, I feel like maybe it's a bit different because it's K-pop. So my students feel they never danced before, so they feel like that's the safest option to start with. But I would say K-pop is harder in a way because you have to follow so many details. So and it's a long, like very long song. So and it's not really beginner, to be honest. Yeah. So for where was I going with this? I swear to God. No, yeah. So those students, I have my consistent ones, and I honest to God, like they have improved so much. Like one of them, very specific one, she started at the end of 2023, and she almost gave up by the end of 2024. We had a conversation, and then she was telling me that she wants to give up. And I was like, can you go back, show me your first class? And then she actually went back, and I was like, okay, now go watch your first class. And then she did, and I was like, now what do you think? She's like, oh, I improved so much, I could not do this last time, blah blah blah. And then now she's back. But then some other students, they will show up once in a while if they like the song. If it's Jenny, if it's Les Seraphim, then obviously there is no, you come once every 2-3 months. So how do you expect for you to improve like the others? Then because they will come to me again and then they will complain like, oh, what am I not doing? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing here and there? I'm like, you need to be consistent. You need to try. You're not here to take a video at the end of the class and have a video and ciao, right? You're here to learn something. Even if you messed up the entire choreo during filming, I don't care, honestly. As long as you have learned one new thing, you're doing good. So yeah, I think it's just the mindset. But like he said, we have different groups of people who actually want to learn, people who want to have fun. So I try to make sure sometimes I focus on the ones who want to improve. So I make sure I give them everything that I can, while the others, I'll also make sure you're having fun in class. So I try to balance it out. Yeah.
Wow. Damn. Teaching is not an easy thing, I guess. Just saying.
I mean, you thought.
You
What do you
did.
think?
I did used to teach. I used to teach last time, but then, branching into commercial fully, doing a lot of artist work, it's just the reason, like, I don't think I publicly ever said this, but the reason I stopped teaching regularly was because I started getting busy, but it wasn't so much of a schedule thing. It was more of like a inspiration thing, because I feel like a lot of dancers go through that season where, like, especially if you're choreographing for class, right? Where you hit a point like, what am I doing? Like for class, am I doing a proper thing? Especially when it got so busy. I felt like, let's say if I teach 4 classes a month, only 1 or 2 of those routines, I would feel like this is genuinely what I want to share with the students. Others would be a bit more insincere, if that's a word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't want that. I didn't want people to be paying money to learn from me, and I wasn't fully sincere about teaching, So that's why I stopped teaching last time. Now I teach like once in a while when I have something to share, But yeah, I think being an instructor is such a important thing to think about if you want to be, because some people just do it for money. But when you're But when you're educating people, you are training people, you really need to think about your own perspectives, your own, like, what do you want to do? How do you want to teach? You know, all these things. But yeah, when we're teaching, we always consider like our students and all that kind of things. But I want to branch out for you. Like, you don't teach,
Yeah.
obviously, but like you came from a totally different background of cheer. If you didn't know, he does cheer.
I have a point to make before we judge. Cheerleading is not waving pom-poms around and dancing and shaking your booty, yes. Okay, just don't want to make people get the wrong idea.
Yes.
Yeah, cheer in Malaysia is much more competitive. It's more so the American style of cheer. It's not like sideline cheerleading. We do like choreography, like stunts, tumbling, like all these kind of like intensive stuff. Yeah, so what was the question? Sorry.
Like, how was it going from cheer to like dancing commercially like, right now?
Honestly, I think it wasn't that much of a big transition, considering both sports are high intensity and performance based and in front of an audience. You know, like the performing aspect is all the same. Working, practicing is also the same. I think what was maybe a bit hard for me to adapt might have been like moving from rigid motions, like because in cheer, you know, there's like high V's and like low V's and like running clean, you know, all this kind of stuff. In dance, it's nothing like that. I mean, you get that sometimes, but like it's more fluid movement, more groovy stuff. Yeah, so I think it wasn't that much of a change.
But were there like any skills you learned from cheer that really helped you in that to transition into commercial rather than going from nothing, you know?
Oh, counting. Counting. I think counting really helped, like musicality, counting, and also positioning. Like, you can ask no.
He cares about position so much. He would kill me if I'm off position.
No, because it's like, what's the point? You're dancing so nicely, everybody's synchronized, but one fella is standing 10 feet away than he should be, you know? So it's like, what's the point? Everybody should have positions right?
Right.
Yeah, I think I learned counting, positioning, just working in a team. Yeah, because I used to be a solo sport player my whole life until cheer. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so I have a question for Nigel specifically as well. So like, we were talking about teaching. You are honestly one of the most active instructors right now in KL. Like, you
demand.
teach so
Bandit lah.
much. But you do teach so much, and I feel like for you, you're always still very genuine about what you're teaching, even though it's like killing you, you know? There's always that genuinity with it. But also, like, I think out of us here, you also do a lot of commercial work, not just like dancing, but you also do like choreographing, you do some artist work, commercial work here and there. How is it like doing all of that all at once, you know, balancing everything?
How is it like being you, babes?
How is it like not getting
crazy.
enough sleep?
I think same as what you said just now. It does get to a point where when I start choreoing something for class, it can even be like, let's say 4/8. I mean, to a lot of people, they come in, they think that the class is just going to be 4/8, and they think that the choreographer maybe can come up with that piece in like 30 minutes. But sometimes it may take me like 8 or 9 hours to come up with that 4/8. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Because I think each choreographer has their expectation of what they want. And then if they want to genuinely deliver something good to the class, it's going to be hard because we want to do it well as well. We want to do it as well as well. We want to do it good, but it's very hard to do that when you're so occupied by so many things. Yeah. So I think there was one time where I was having a few shows back to back, and then I had a class at night. Yeah, but in the morning I felt really bad, like I was having stomach ache, and then I coughed up blood. Okay, that night because I was in such like my body was in very bad condition because I wasn't getting enough sleep. Because when it's show season, a lot of the commercial shows suddenly like all come at once, and rehearsals are like 7 a.m. Then we go up to like 12 p.m. Then we take a lunch break. 2 p.m. I drive to another show. Then 6 p.m. I start marking for the class. So by the time I get back, it's like 2 a.m. Then I repeat the same thing. Yeah. So if you're doing that for a while, then it really does get to you, to your body. But 2025, my resolution is I will take care of my body a lot better because there's no point doing so much of that, but then, because you're a dancer, you need to take care of your body. Your body is your,
Tempo.
Your tempo.
yes, your temple, your most
oyster.
important asset, right? So if you're gonna treat it well, please. Yeah. And with all that, coming back to the question, it's very important to take breaks once in a while. Like, you want to take a 2 weeks break, you want to take a 1 month break. I think Ezra takes breaks also, like, he needs a break.
See,
sometimes.
I take care of my body. I don't
Yeah.
take too much on at one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
learned that
yeah,
over the
yeah.
years.
So, like, I think a lot of times for us to get inspiration, we would go overseas to take classes, or we will go somewhere else, not here, to take classes and then learn. Yeah, but it's also good to take classes here. I'm not saying to not take classes in Malaysia, but a change of environment is also very nice to be in. Yeah, to get new inspiration. Because inspiration doesn't only come from class; it comes from surrounding, from looking at different
Yeah.
people, from whatever you observe and stuff. Yeah, so I think take good breaks and take care of your body is very important. Yeah.
I have one thing to add on to that, because like there are people who ask me like how I choreograph and stuff like that. Sometimes I do it myself, of course. But one thing that really helps is just like having friends to do it with. Like all these DOLLA choreos that come out, right? I won't necessarily be able to create it without the people around me. Because like if you see how our rehearsals, like, it's just
Chaos.
a lot of chaos, a lot of people doing random things all the
Yeah.
time. But as a choreographer, it's really helpful. I think you
Yes.
agree as well.
Yes.
As like it helps us alleviate the mood and just
Yeah.
get fresh things out,
Yeah.
you know? So like that fun energy is always there. Don't take things too seriously. You know? Sometimes dance is fun.
Yeah.
It always goes back to that. So like leading from Nigel's question to I think all three of you, okay? Someone asked, how do you keep your passion alive while still maintaining 9 to 5? But I mean, we don't here work 9 to 5. But in our case, I want to ask you guys, how was it balancing dance and study? Like your educational life with your dance life as well. Because I'm aware, like, maybe not all of you, but some of you had to make certain sacrifices here and there for dance. You know, like, just tell me a bit about that.
Okay, I go first. I feel like mine is very, very quick. Honestly, when I started studying, I was not happy about what I was studying. I did IT. Look at me and put IT together does not work. So I just did IT for a while. But even you remember, I used to skip class just to go to practice because that's how passionate I was about dancing. I'm still studying until today. It's been years, but I'm still studying. But what I do is I make sure I meet my deadlines at the end of the day. Maybe my work is not the best, but I try my best. I really try. That's why I sleep at 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. But we do what we can. But yeah, I don't think maybe I did not make like a very big sacrifice. I just try to balance things out. Like my most sacrifice will be sleep. But that's all. Like that's for me.
No
like-
sacrificing sleep, okay?
but I love sleeping.
How about you?
I don't think I sacrifice much either, but I do know a lot of people who are working and juggling dance and work 9 to 5, and I feel like they're doing fine. Like all of them are doing fine as long as you're passionate about it and you look forward to your results in your growth and stuff. Then I think it's gonna be fine. But if I had to like compare it to my experience, I think the closest thing I can say is during my internship, and I had dance projects as well, I think, going on that time. Honestly, it was fine. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. I don't think there's much to juggle. As long as you enjoy looking forward to going to practices, seeing your friends, one thing, or learning something new, like managing to finish up the choreo that you were working on for the last 3 weeks, yeah, I feel like it's not that hard to juggle.
Yeah, but so before I start, I think because the hard part would be if you're working 9 to 5, plus you're teaching, plus you have your own projects, plus you have studies. Because that was me last year, I think, or 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. Then I was like, I'm not having this 9 to 5 life because at the same time, like, I can earn from dance, doing something I'm very passionate about, which does not feel like work often, rather than really wanna die while I'm doing a 9 to 5 because I'm not enjoying it at all. Yeah, like So yeah, that's when I was like, I do not want the 9 to 5, and maybe those people because I have people, I know some friends who do 9 to 5 working and projects and everything. So I feel like that's when it's over for them a little bit. They sacrifice more sleep than I do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So when I first joined Covenant, I was studying, and then practices were like kind of like we start a little bit late. Yeah. So, but I loved it. I loved every part of it. Okay. So like my schedule would be like 9 a.m. go 上学, go high school, and then I will like start right after school ends. I will study. I'll go for tuition. Crazy. Then my parents will send me to Cyberjaya. Yeah, which is about 30-40 minutes away from my house. Yeah, every night. But I do have to say that I think that was like one of my best decisions I ever made because, but at that point I did make sacrifices because all my friends were like, let's say like sleeping at 9 p.m. or like they're hanging out. But I made the decision and the choice to like want to go for dance. Yeah, but that itself made me know that I love dance so much. Yeah, like I really wanted it to be a big part of my life. Yeah, like I was willing to sacrifice like going out with friends or like doing different things or like playing football, even though I don't play football, playing basketball, any sport stuff, just to go for dance. Yeah. And then along the way, when Battleground came in, when I joined Battleground was when I had my A-levels. Yeah. Same thing, but this time I can juggle a lot better. But there are really sacrifices you have to make. For example, like I really cannot maybe go out with friends a lot, number one. I cannot really stay for like extras, like curricular activities, or I cannot really participate anything in the college because I need to rush for training, or I'll have to skip class and then do a lot of work by myself. But it's all worth it as long as you love it. Yeah. But just know that with like great improvement, like if you really want to improve, there are going to be sacrifices, but there will be like a great
End result.
great result.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say, I used to, when I was in uni, and I finished uni last time, right? And I had to, sort of like, I had a scholarship. So I had to work in the university after I was done. And that was a 9 to 5. That was a legit, it wasn't even 9 to 5, it was like 8 to 6. It was an 8 to 6. I had to go in at 8 and leave at 6 that day. But that was the season I was also teaching classes. Yeah. And I was staying in Cyberjaya. My classes were like Subang, you know, there was one in KL. So like, I survived working 9 to 5, 3 months. That was how long it lasted for me. Because like, I realized at one point, like, I wanted the job because of financial stability. Right. But at one point I realized like, I was young that time, you know, I'm still young now, but I was really young that time, like very early 20s, I was like 20 or something. So then it was like, I'm only 20, is this worth like the financial stability when I can still explore so much more in dance? And I'm very glad I made that decision to leave, because that was when I managed to kickstart more into doing what I do now. So that was really great. But like, I full-on respect to people who do 9 to 5s and still carry on an active like dance life. Because
it's not easy.
That's crazy.
So hard. It's so
hard. It was so hard. Okay, we're almost at the end of this. Now, I have a very specific question that I like to ask everyone. I will be asking everyone who comes here this, but I call it the 3 pathway question. Okay?
Okay.
Call this the 3. Why are you so scared?
I'm so scared. What is the 3 pathway?
pathway.
I'm scared.
It's not
Heaven, hell, and earth.
It's not okay.
I'm picking hell.
Me too.
I think I'm already going there though.
3.
I think I'm already going there. I don't think I need to pick.
We're on Earth, aren't we? Okay. It's not very objective. It's just a very general question, okay? But it's also very specific. I like to ask dancers this because I want to know what they think. So these three pathways you have to take, okay? You want to take the path of an educator, a performer, or a choreographer. These are very 3 different things, you know? A choreographer always obviously focus more on the behind the scenes, more like what I do. Choreographing, choreographing and putting dancers on stage. A performer would be someone who performs, you know, like I know friends who look up to Chris Brown's dancers, and that's what they want to be. I look up to choreographers. An educator is an instructor. You know, an educator, I don't want people like confused being a choreographer and an educator. An educator's main focus is to train people. The choreographer's main focus is to create pieces, more on the creative side. So I want to ask you guys, right now, at this point in your life, personally, where do you think you're going more towards? Or like, what do you want to achieve? Doesn't have to be a long answer.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think for me, I definitely performer.
Performer.
Yeah, I enjoy being on stage. Like the attention is amazing. I love, LOA people get on stage. Yeah, but I did have chats with Nigel and D-Ben actually a while ago in my house about taking interest in maybe potentially choreographing something. But I don't think it's like I want to be a choreographer, but I do want to try it out and see where that goes, Like see other people do your craft is kind of like,
Yeah.
it's a feeling that I can't even think
Yeah.
about until it happens,
Crazy.
Yeah.
It is. It's crazy. It's honestly an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's like, wow, they're doing my stuff? That's
Yeah.
crazy, Yeah. Next.
I think for me, performer is always number one. Like, I always call myself performer more than dancer, if that makes sense. I just love having that, being on stage and like just doing my thing on stage, right? But educator, I love teaching. Don't get me wrong. I really love teaching and really enjoy how the students feel after class or during class. Like, it makes me really, really happy. But what he said made me, because that was not in my answer until he said like seeing people dance your thing. Because I think I subbed your class one time or something. Yeah, and then I choreographed and I saw people doing my thing, and I was like, I kind of really enjoy this feeling. So, and I don't want to I don't want to also be a choreographer for artists or for shows. No, maybe like a class for myself.
A little
Yeah,
pop-up.
like just a little here and there.
Sharing. kind
Yeah.
of
Sharing
session.
session, because sometimes when I watch certain choreographers do certain songs, I'm like, how would I have done it? Like, my image of this song in my head is a bit different, and I would wanna make it come out to life. But I think that I still need a bit more work to get there. Yeah.
I like all three.
No, but you gotta pick one.
He is all three.
No,
It's all three. The
I'm
thing-
Jennifer Lopez.
Triple threat.
Triple threat. Wow, Sale. I think performer first. I think. Shit, actually I don't know. Okay lah, I think so lah. Okay. Performing because I love being on stage. I love dancing with people. I love sharing energy with friends on stage. I think that's number one. I also love being an educator. Okay, I've actually thought about stopping teaching because I felt like, okay, maybe I want to focus on other things, but I couldn't put the class down. I just couldn't, because I think when the students come and 1 or 2 months later they text you and they say like, I did a project because I was inspired by you, or I went back and practiced. Like, you cannot just put it down. It's very hard because some people are there that they want to learn from you, and if you kind of don't want to share, then I feel there's not much point for me. Yeah, so I obviously love teaching, and that's when I realized that, okay, I actually really like sharing to people and seeing people grow and seeing them be able to do their own thing is like one of my number one goals. I also love choreographing because I think I think Ezra can really relate. It's a very crazy feeling to. One is to see it on stage. That's one. Number two is to be able to, like, your little tiny brain can put everything together is also a very, very amazing feeling. Yeah. So,
Indecisive.
yeah, indecisive. Yeah. I mean,
We want it all.
Just dance lah. Just
He
dance.
wants,
it all.
That's how Nigel has been in the past.
I want all,
years.
everything.
Okay, I guess that's an answer. All right. Okay, to end the episode 1 of this podcast with these 3 lovelies here. All right, we're gonna have a very casual quick fire. Okay, no long answers for this one. Okay, I mean, you could, but I'll stop you.
Okay.
Okay. This one is a fan one. What do you like to do outside of dance?
Valorant.
Game.
Mobile Legend.
All
And
game.
this leads to the next game. Favorite game?
Valorant.
Mobile Legend.
Okay. Describe an optimal day for you.
Okay, I wake up, I play Valorant, I eat my chili pan mee, get on Netflix, YouTube, sleep.
Wake up late, rush to my practice, then go to eat a bit, go teach class. Maybe there's another practice after that. Go home, game until 6 a.m., then go sleep.
Wow.
Wake up at like 5 p.m., eat dinner, go back to sleep, take a nap 2 hours, play Mobile Legend, go back to sleep until 11 p.m., wake up, eat some mamak, go back to sleep, and then wake up at 4 a.m. to play again.
Wait, is that it's like
Optimal day.
Optimal. Sleep, eat, watch
Mobile
Netflix,
Legend, Mobile
game.
Legend,
Yeah,
Mobile
yeah, yeah.
Legend, Mobile.
Valorant.
I should start a Mobile Legend fan club.
Let's go.
You're Valorant, you literally say Valorant.
I will do it with you if you want.
Okay, fine.
Well, as you can see, we're all pigs here. Okay, next one. With some fan question.
Oh, Jill.
Single?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sadly.
Would you prefer to date a dancer or non-dancer?
Dancer.
Dancer.
Non-answer.
Okay.
Yes.
No need to explain anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, that's not my question, that's a fan's question.
Oh.
I just want to be very clear. Okay. Are you confident? How to be confident?
No. Try your best.
Fake it.
No, don't need to try, but if you want, you can try.
Fake it until you make it.
Yeah.
No need to
You don't
try,
have to
it's
try, like, you
crazy.
yeah.
Go for it.
Just go for it, lah.
But if you don't try, then how are you going to be?
I don't know that. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
You don't need to like what I mean is like don't need to really push yourself to be confident. Like you don't need to go
Let it come
like that.
naturally.
But yeah, let it come naturally. Yeah. Find ways of inspiration to make you feel like I'm actually not that bad.
Slay. Okay. In maybe in a paragraph, describe, or less than a paragraph, describe your 2025 goals.
My 2025 goals is to hit a new rank in Valorant. I'm so fixated on that right now. Perhaps maybe try choreographing for like maybe like one class or something, like a pop-up or sharing session with friends. If you guys are down, then party less.
Party less.
Party
6 day
more.
bender.
Why party less?
Liver.
Okay.
Liver.
Take
Yeah.
care.
That's for liver.
2025 goals. Oh, maybe find a job. It's time for me to start working.
Okay.
Yeah, for me is to improve even more, go more classes, but I don't have the time, but I'll try to make time to go for more classes. Watch out for my boy group re-debut this year. I'm coming.
Sorry.
Like singing?
No, I mean like K-pop.
Babes. I thought like
How to
Malaysia
debut
Cat's
with-
Eye is coming out with
How to debut without you?
Malaysia Boys Eye.
Boys.
No Evans.
And Nigel.
Main vocalist, rapper, visual.
I'm
He
not
does
here.
it all.
Me neither.
Branding go on Ezra. Okay.
But
yeah,
it's like visual lah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we're going, improve. Boy group K-pop. Hopefully, like you said, maybe choreograph more. I'll try my best. Yeah.
Sleep earlier, live a more healthy life, and then choreograph more, continue to dance more, and I think learn more this year. Yes.
What about you?
Yeah. What about you,
2025 goals.
Queen?
2025 goals. On a personal note, get more financially stable. I feel that's always there. Since I just started Echo, I want Echo to build. I want to build our community, small little family community kind of thing, and make it not bigger but more solid. You know? Yeah, because like volume is not the thing. It's more about quality
Yes.
for me.
Period.
And I want to try. Because like last year, one of my goals was to go overseas, but I don't think I have that goal this year. It's a bit more internal. I feel like I want to train others to do what I do, and then we can all do it together. You know, like give the others more.
Maybe Ezra's.
Like that one, give
Maybe
that one,
Ezra's.
give that one more choreo job. So, because I want to build everyone like with their individual names as well. One of the main reasons that I made Echo was because there were people who were like, "Oh, you are Ezra's dancer." I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I
Proud.
don't like it. Like I personally don't like it because I feel like in the long run it eliminates your own identity. So like I want to build Echo and try to build like everyone's personal identities too. Yeah.
Echo is coming 2025.
2025.
Blu-ray.
Let's go.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. Crazy. To the cinemas near you.
3D.
IMAX. I want it on
IMAX.
IMAX.
Oh my God.
IMAX.
Speaking of which, I haven't watched Wicked on IMAX yet.
I haven't watched Wicked at all.
Is this when I stand?
Everyone should watch
I
Wicked.
guess we know what our plan after this podcast is.
Wicked!
Wicked. That's not the song, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. If you stayed all the way to the end here, thank you for tuning in to Echo, the
Thank
podcast
you.
first episode with Brandon, Snow, and Nigel. There will be more coming up, so stay tuned and love you guys.
Thank
See you
you.
soon.
Thank you for having us. Bye bye.
Dab on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself.